Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be part 2 of the Dakota exhaust repair series, and today I'm going to be welding up the exhaust and reinstalling it into the truck. Now the exhaust has already been welded up, and I'm going to cut to a clip of that here in a second. So stay tuned, all that's coming up. Hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so I'm here at the hobby shop and I'm ready to start welding this exhaust up, but first I got to do all the prep work. So I've got to cut this off in preparation to replace it with this stuff, and I'm going to grind out these welds and put this on here. So the first thing I'm going to do is do all the cutting I need to do, and then I'm going to come back and start all the grinding. So that's the hanger, and now I'm going to cut this pipe off. So this piece was inside of the muffler, and I just cut a line in there so I can compress it down and get it out easier. Now what I'm going to have to do when I put the new piece in there, like this, I'll just give it a little weld right here. And this is also the same line that I'm going to line up this piece with. And I got the hanger off. I'm going to grind that weld off so I can weld it a little bit easier. I'm going to grind this down. So I'll do all that right now. All right, so now that's all good. I got a nice rust-free surface to weld to, so I'm going to leave that the way it is, and I'll tackle that last. Now it's time to do the crack on the cat. And for this guy, I'm going to be welding down or grinding down 2 flat spots so that I can still use the old crack to line it up. And once I get it tacked up pretty heavy, I'm going to grind down the rest of it. All right, so I got my flat spots, or my bare spots where I grinded down to the place to weld. You can see I have another little crack right here. I'll make sure that still fits up. Okay, I need to take a little bit more off of this side. All right, let's see if we can go get that tacked up. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna run a couple of big tacks. So that should be good. All right, so that looks like a pretty decent tack. Let's go on the other side. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. The brush. See if I can't go straight over that stuff. We'll go like this. Yep, that's going to be good enough. That's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I'm going to call it good there. All right, so now I'm going to start on the other piece. I'm going to put these sensors back in. So now, we're going to move on to this guy, and I need to cut this one. So I'm going to cut it about, probably about right there. like that. Alright, so I'll show you the welds. Not the prettiest, but they're definitely good enough. And I didn't punch through the metal at all, and I thought that would be my biggest problem. I think actually my biggest problem was not enough wire speed. You have a new hanger on there, and I don't know if that hanger is actually in the right orientation. I really hope it is. Alright, so I'm going to go keep cleaning up, and I'm going to come hit this with a wire brush a little bit more. You can hang out here and watch me clean up. that's going to be it for me. I'm going to get out of here. Oh, I need my wire brush again. All right, let's go do that. And you can check this out. It's really not that bad. I mean, it could definitely be a lot better, but like I said, I'm not a welder. I have very little experience, and definitely not an exhaust. I've only done thicker steel, and usually do stick. So that's all my excuses right there. All right, so we're back here at the trailer, and I'm actually getting ready to install the exhaust now. But before I do, I'll show you guys the exhaust again real quick, and get you guys caught up to where we're at. So there's my Y pipe. Here's the cat welded back to the Y pipe. And I know the welds aren't that great, but they're good enough for what I'm trying to accomplish, so they'll work. I got the new O2 sensors installed, and then my muffler, the turn down past my muffler and the hanger are welded on. So I'm going to leave this part out of the truck first. I'm going to install the Y pipe, and then I also got some new bolts and nuts to bolt this guy in. Alright, so I got the back open for a little air, a little more light. Now I'm going to get under there and start installing this. So why don't you guys hang out on the floor here. Alright, I got a little bit of battery left, a little bit of memory card left. I'm going to go ahead and start this thing up and probably actually drive it out of here. Seems to be fine. Alright guys, sorry I just recorded this and my microphone died, but anyways, everything's done here. The exhaust is back in, all the O2 sensors are plugged in and they're good. I erased the engine light. I don't anticipate that coming back, so the misfire issue should be fixed. I won't truly know until I put a good drive cycle on it, so I need to run it about 50 or 60 miles, and then just to make sure that the engine light doesn't come back on. But like I said, I'm almost certain that the exhaust leak was what was causing that. So I don't suspect it'll come back. And I also topped off the brake fluid, added some power steering fluid, and I filled up the overflow tank here. recovery tank, my bad. So I filled up the recovery tank here. And now everything's done, and I'm cleaning up, and I'm going to get out of here. This is going to do it for the Dakota exhaust repair series, and the next video I put out may just be the desert trip that I'm going on. Like I said before, I'm going out on April 15th. That's in like 4 weeks. I'm taking this guy back out. But anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.